There's no
La la la.
no pieces in your face or anything else.
I don't think so. Shaved last night, so I'm pretty good.
Hi, I'm Sven VP of Engineering here at Cake, and with me once again I have Jeff White.
I'm Jeff White, resident code monkey here at Cake.
Steve will be back next week. He's spending one more week out in Mexico.
If you like pina coladas.
And she'll be back again next week. All right, so let's start off with what the best investors at Cake are buying and selling. On the buy side this week, we have ISRG. This is Intuitive Surgical. These guys are down here in the peninsula and they do surgical robots. They missed their earnings, they're down 19% in the last week, and our best investors are buying them.
I mean, I think, you know, with robotics, it's hard to go wrong. You can have a surgeon, you know, in Maine.
Well, isn't that the problem though? What happens when the robot surgeon does go wrong? The second stock that people are picking up this week, or the best investors are picking up, is DBTK. So this is Double Take. They're a company who does high availability solutions for Windows servers. So they're up 12% in the last week, down 57% since last year's high.
I think it's possible you can maybe be able to correlate it to presidential races. It might also have to do with the economy.
But you could think that best investors could possibly have bet on the Pennsylvania primary.
The thing about the wisdom of the crowd is that you don't know why they're doing it. You have to just kind of look at what they're doing and maybe make your own decision.
The next stock that best investors are picking up is POT, pot. Apparently there's a potash shortage out there. Did you know this?
I've been having a hard time getting up my, you know, potash purchases.
So this is a Canadian company. They are the biggest manufacturer of potash in the world. They are responsible for 23% of all world potash.
I know that the Canadian potash is considered good potash.
Well, it's clear that our best investors, they're going for a lot of natural resources this year. Metals,
absolutely,
precious metals, gold, silver, oil, all this thing, agriculture, what have you, right? Someone here managed to find the niche of potash, but apparently it's been one of the best, and gone up 4 times in the last year, and it's pretty phenomenal. Okay, so over to what the best investors are selling this week on Cake. So they're selling the Qs. NASDAQ has gone up this year. Maybe people are taking a bit of profits out of their portfolio here. Or alternatively, they're just tired of Qs and looking for a different letter.
I think people are suspicious that NASDAQ can be doing so well and the rest of the economy can be doing so poorly.
So the next thing that our best investors are selling today is DBA. Deutsche Bank Liquid Commodity Index Optimum Yield Agriculture Excess Return Index, which is something managed by Deutsche Bank that follows prices in corn, wheat, soybeans, and sugar using future contracts. People here are selling this. What do we think long term about agriculture? Is that if it continues to rise, it's going to turn the U.S. inside out, where the inside, Kansas and Iowa are going to start becoming the shining coasts?
Well, we'll see about that.
So I'm not turn the country inside out.
I'm not quite sure if the prime real estate will be in Wichita anytime soon.
Now from a very favorite segment, Rich Swede, Poor Swede. So today we're starting off with undefendable Swede. So it turns out Sweden has for the last decade just been taking the military and reduced it down to very little. They're going to close down 4 more military bases. Eksjö, Luleå, Karlsborg, and Uppsala gone. At this point, the Swedish military expenditure per year is about the same amount of money as the US spend on Q-tips. For the finale this week, we actually have Lindsay Campbell in the studio. Jeff?
I thought Jason was supposed to poker.
No, that's what happened. That's Jason.
That was episode 9.
Let me go ask Jason what's going on.
When are we going to get Lindsay? We got to get her on the show. I mean, this is getting critical.
Lindsay wants to be here. We really know she wants to be here, but I actually think since Steve's out of town, she didn't want to miss the opportunity to meet Steve, and just didn't make it a priority this week.
That's it for the Cake this week. We'll be back next week with some more commentary on recent buys and sells and all the other favorite segments.